As the saying goes, we are officially live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always great to be back. Just to do it for another installment. I'm going to be very here brief, very, very brief. But I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Once again, my name is Sean A. White. And for all you that know, this is another episode here of Transformation Greatness, along with SBN, the Small Business Network podcast. We're in episode 392. And just something I just wanted to hop on, I just wanted to share because a thought just came through my mind. And I was just thinking of like, what would be good, I believe, that the listening audience can truly benefit from. And what a thought came to mind is, what is it like being a speaker? And it's like, you know what? Let's have some fun with that. Let's really dive into that. So, as we are doing so, if you can do me a favor, as you're coming in, please, if you're catching us live, put in hashtag live. Let us all know exactly where you're tuning in from. And of course, if you should happen to catch us on a replay, go ahead and put in hashtag replay. Who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, for starters, my name is Sean A. White. I am a radio and TV personality, also a part of the CEO with SBN, the Small Business Network. Also, I have my own brand, which is called Transformation Greatness, which is all about motivating, encouraging, and inspiring the masses. And with that, it comes with the um, I'm sorry, three brand fold. I apologize. It's been a long day of being a speaker, a coach, a hypnotherapist, practitioner, an author, a podcaster, mentor, and so much more. So now we got all that out of the way, right? Let's hop into the real meat and what I really wanted to come on. What is it like being a speaker? And the reason why I really came with this topic because it's a different layer when you're an entrepreneur. It's one thing to be able to post your content. It's another thing as far as to, really reach out on people on social media, as far as in Messenger or web platforms in which that you are, and message them to try to connect with them to gain clientele or to establish relationships. It's another thing as well, even using email marketing, which by the way should be incorporated in your business to keep your audience and your clients updated and informed on anything in which that you have going on or anything in which that you're doing in life. But there is something, ladies and gentlemen, that through the power of speaking, it opens up another avenue. From someone that has had the privilege, honor, and experience to be a part of so many different summits, conferences. I even had an opportunity to even do one live in person. It's just a totally different feel. It's a totally different feel. And it really pushes you on another different category because people get an opportunity more so to get to know, like, and even trust you. And also, you have an opportunity to share your story and your message. One of the biggest things for me, and I remember this as clear as day, when I said yes to the assignment of being a speaker. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this brand transformation greatness, it wasn't designed by my own brilliance or sheer intellect. No, 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 no. It was birthed out of pain and desperation, where I was at a low point in my life and really a crossroads, if you will. And it was one of those situations where, in my opinion, the creator came and spoke to me, and I had an opportunity to choose life or choose death. And so obviously I chose life, and this brand of transformation greatness was birthed. But more importantly than that, the power of speaking to motivate, encourage, inspire individuals to show others that it's possible to overcome their self-limited doubts and beliefs, right? And to really have that conviction and tools and really the resources to be able to back that up, that's different. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is this: when you have an opportunity to share your message, to share your story, share some of the things in which that you might have overcome, share some of your brilliance or your like on which I like to say your areas of genius, it really puts you in a different spectrum. And when you do that, you'll be surprised on how many people will really be receptive and will really appreciate that. And as I was starting my journey, I remember because when I first started speaking, and by the way, my first YouTube video, I'm pretty sure it's still on my YouTube channel. On how the way I first started out, I was absolutely terrible, guys, by my own estimations. I was terrible. I was nervous. I was shaky. I was stumbling and fumbling. I forgot my own name about 5 or 6 times throughout the whole entire podcast. It was ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. It was crazy. But then something happened. And it was like, you know what? Even though I didn't do too great, I decided not to beat myself up and say, you know what? I did it. And if I can do the first one, then I know I would get better doing the second one. Because you see, during that time, I started listening to people such as like Les Brown, people like the great Jim Rohn, right? Eric Thomas, right? Oh, so many individuals, right? And I just started just listening. They said, you know what? The power of repetition. The late great Bob Proctor, just keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it. And so for the second one, I actually did. And even though I didn't do too great on the second one, but what I noticed was that there was a person that came on, and then there was another person that came on. It was like, okay, cool. So for my first one, which I didn't have nobody, to the second one, in which I had two people come out, that was pretty cool. And then on the third one, people started commenting, right? They started giving me feedback on what they were hearing. And I said, huh. And then I just started being more consistent. I just started playing around with it and learning different modalities and different ways and creative ways as far as to deliver my message or my point. And then when I started doing that, I really started getting creative and was like, huh, how can I be able to give people value, but at the end of it, right? If I have like an opportunity or a service that I'd like to provide, what would be the likelihood that I can kind of squeeze that in, which is called a call to action, right? What do you want your audience to do next? And then I really just started playing around with this thing. So the point in which I'm saying is this, folks, is that there are so many individuals that are out there that are so creative, so much more artistic, way more artistic than me, way more creative than me, way more smart than me. And it's a travesty that I'm not seeing them take advantage of this technology that we have here called social media. So, what it's like to be a speaker when you have an opportunity to really be able to create impact and to really just impact just one person, even if it's one person, it makes it all worth it, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really do. Now I get it. There are individuals that like to say, well, Sean, I mean, look, I'm not as brave as you. I'm not as bold as you. I like to dot my I's and cross my T's. And I want to make sure that when I come on, whether in person or whether virtual, that, I have everything correct and I know exactly what I'm going to say in all different points. And here's what I say to that. I get it. But when you're looking to build your legacy, you better off just doing it and doing it and doing it and working the kinks out later. Better yet, how about you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and then allow for your audience check this out, something I learned, and then allow for your audience to go ahead and let you know on what's valuable to them versus the other way around. Hmm. Let that sink in right now. Just for a second. I'll take some tea. And whoever that one person is, I can't see who it is, but thank you so much for tuning in. I definitely do appreciate you. This is Transformation Greatness along with SBN, the Small Business Network podcast, episode 392. I am your host, Sean A. White here, and I'm running solo because little trend, which is like my partner in crime, we've been doing this each and every single Friday, but unfortunately she wasn't able to do it today. So this is the reason why I'm doing my solo. But hey, this is how transformation greatness started, right? Solo, right? So it's all good, all good. So give me 1 second here, guys, and we've got Miss Pastor P. Blessings, blessings. Hello there, hello there. Still haven't had an opportunity to interview you, Pastor P. I'm just gonna go ahead and speak that into existence. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 11th mark. I didn't want this to be long, so I'm gonna start closing this and saying this. When you get into the habit of doing podcasts, when you get into the habit of doing virtual summits, virtual events, speaker expos, live in person, hey, even if you're speaking to your congregation at church, there is something that turns on in the inside of you, and it gives you that belief, like, wow, you know what? Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can. And of course, as you go in deeper in your speaking career, obviously there's different strategies and techniques and concepts that you all want to learn. But in the beginning, I just say for you guys, please, if you don't hear nothing else from this segment, please, if you know you got a story, you got something that can truly help so many people, just start and stop with all the excuses. Please stop. Because when you start coming with that aspect on why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, what happens, and I know I'm about to hurt some feelings, right? But what happens now is that it starts to become more about you versus them. And that's all I'm going to say about that in the words of Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I had to close with that. Mrs. Davis, blessings, blessings from East Orange, New Jersey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, that's pretty much all my time that I have for you. I hope that this short message done motivate, encourage, and inspire someone. If you found this to be valuable, do me a favor, if you will. If you can just share this out on your social media handles, I would definitely gladly appreciate that. Also, April 26, 2025, the first annual Speaker Expo is coming to your TV screen, and I'm so super excited about this. This is my first ever Speaker Expo that I'm going to be leading. We're going to have 9 powerhouse speakers. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be historic and amazing. If you would like to, as far as be a part of that in attendance, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm working in the process so that way everybody can get tickets. So that way you can jump on the virtual summit and be in support in attendance. And with that, guys, I appreciate your time. Again, this is Sean A. White, and I'm going to end this segment like I do all my others here. If what I stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, and may God be the glory, and I take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all fantastic. Stay classy and amazing as always. And until the next episode, peace and love, family. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.